Hello and welcome to this Wave.video tutorial. My name is Anita Wong, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create your very own Facebook business page header video. Now, your Facebook business page header video is visible on both your desktop and on your mobile phone. So using one of the templates inside the Wave.video editor is a really good way to make sure that your video that you're going to be putting on your business page is optimized for the size changings on both the desktop, your iPad, and on your mobile. So the best way for me to show you exactly how to do this is to jump into the editor. So here we go. Okay, so there are two ways that you can create a Facebook business page header video. The first way is to use one of the templates. Now, the team at Wave have actually created this template here, which is the International Surfing Day, which is the proper format for a Facebook business page header video. Or you can start from scratch and select the format that you want to do. So we're going to jump into a video that I'd already prepared and go through the stages of selecting your formats. So this is one that I prepared earlier. So I'm going to edit this and we're going to show you how to make sure that you're on the right format for the Facebook business page header cover. And then we'll go in and work through it to show you how you can optimize it for the top of your Facebook business page. Okay, so here we are inside the editor of the Facebook cover that I've already created. I just want to jump over to the template version that I showed you just now. So in the template version, when you click on it, here at the bottom, you see that there are 4 sizes available. All of the templates inside the Wave.video editor have various different size formats already inside it. So this one here you see is available for the cover, which is why you see that it's there's a slight gap here. If I were to choose the horizontal version of it, as you can see, it fills up the space. So that's the difference between your cover and your horizontal, because the cover is a lot narrower. So jumping back to my pre-made one, I want to just show you how you can make sure that you're on the Facebook cover when you are creating your video. So the first thing you want to do is go into Manage Formats. Now, the Manage Formats area gives you all the different choices for your video. Now, depending on your plan, some of these might have a lock symbol next to them. So I know on the free plan, the cover option isn't available at the moment, but I know there are plans for this to be, for other things to be coming soon. And the creator plan for definite has the option for your Facebook cover. So you just scroll down here, and as you can see here at the bottom here, it says your Facebook cover. Now, as you can see on the right as well, something to just bear in mind when you're creating your cover, that the length has to be between 20 seconds and 90 seconds. So just bear that in mind when you are creating your cover. And also the length of time that you get for your plan, whether you can download longer than 15 seconds or 30 seconds, depending on the limitations. So you really need to be on creator plan and above to create your Facebook cover inside the Wave.video editor. Okay, so once you know you've selected that, you just need to make sure that out of the tabs that you have at the top, this one is clicked, because it just sits it slightly forward from the ones behind. So then we go into our editor. Now, I've created a video that's 35 seconds long. So each section has a tile with a video behind it. And the idea of your Facebook cover is like a big billboard on your Facebook page. It's somewhere where you can show your followers what it is that you offer, whether that be a product or an event or a special offer or a discount code or a service. You can pull them into your page by giving them some information in here. So my cover, I've welcomed them to my page, and then I've taken them on a journey of what it is that I hope to give my followers if they start to follow my page or eventually start working with me. So as you see, I've gone through and I've created this along, and then here I've done a call to action at the end where I've put contact Anita today, and I can put my logo in there if I wish, but I'm actually having my logo redesigned, so I'm not going to put a logo in at the moment. I've also added the text to fit into each one, And you can obviously add in some graphics and stickers if you wish. That's completely up to you how you want to do it. So just so that you can see how you swap up the contents, what you do is you click on the outer cover, so anywhere in this area or anywhere here where you get this blue outer layer, and then you go over here where it says replace. So you click replace, and this is where you can either upload your own footage into the account, or you can choose from the library. Now you can upload your own videos and images. Inside the library, there are lots of free assets and paid for assets. So if you only want to stick to the free assets, just untick this. And the only things that the editor will show you are the free videos and images. So with videos, you can just choose from the big categories, or you can go back and do a search. So if I did skyline, then I could just search skyline. Now I'm searching in videos at the moment, and as you can see, they've all got free next to them, so you can use them without any payment due. If you wanted to do an image, you can just click on the images, and again, you can just swap up your content for images. So you don't have to have a video in a video, you can have an image in the video as well, or do a mix and match together. When you've chosen a video or image that you want, you just come over here and you click replace. What that does is it swaps up your content with the new content, and this then becomes different. Now, just something to bear in mind with video, if part of the video when you're watching it in preview isn't at the beginning of the video, you can trim the video to fit in to your needs. So for instance, if I was to click on here, over here the video tab gives you this option that says trim. So when you open it up, you can see that you can trim down the length of your video. So my video is actually a 4-second clip, but if I only wanted it to run for say 3 seconds, I could shorten it and then click trim, and that would shorten my intro slide. So there's different ways that you can alter the length. So I'm going to just pop that back. So go back to trim, and I'm going to take that back to the 4 seconds. Actually, I might leave it at 3.5 and then go trim. So it's just a little bit longer. Then when it comes to text, you click on the inside text box. Now, as you can see, I've already pre-planned my text. So I've got welcome to Anita Wong. And what this shows is that this text box at the top and this text box at the bottom are 2 different lines. And if you go over here, now we have a text and a video section open, not just a video. So we've activated the text. And as you can see here, at the moment, the text group is on free, which means that I can move them around. So if I move it down, I can move them around. If when you go to move it, it doesn't move freely, it's with you move it and both lines move together, then you want it to move freely, then you need to come down here and click free. If I want to group it, what happens is that both lines are now together, and when I move it around, both of them move around at the same time. So there's a bit more flexibility with the text if you click free. Just gives you a little bit more movement with where you would like to place your text. You can, of course, change the font of your text. When you click up here, you go up to the top, it gives you the options to change your font. And depending on your plan, you can also upload fonts if you are on a plan that allows that. You can change the weight of the font depending on the font family. You can also change the size, and you can change the style color. So the style color, it gives you some pre-made options. And then here you can change the text color, the background color. The shadow is the bit just underneath the lettering. So at the moment, I've got my shadowing on 40% opacity. If I went to the red instead of the black, and I moved it to red, you see how I get this pink tinge here. So you can make your letters stand out a little bit more if you wish. So I'm just going to go back down to 40%, like so. And then the second line I've changed up completely with a different color text. So you can play around with your text as well to see which one suits you. Now, as you can see on my video, there is no transitions between the 2 slides. So when I play, it will play without a transition between the 2 slides. So just watch when I play. Hello and welcome to my Facebook. It's just flicking between. My name is Anita Wall, the two. And I thought I'd just come. But if you want a transition to happen between this slide and this slide, or this slide and this slide, or this slide and then the end slide, what you need to do is you need to press this little plus sign. Just here, there is a little plus sign, and this gives you the options to add a transition to your video. Now, bear in mind that when you add a transition to your video, it can also change the length of the tile that you're using and the length of the video. So just bear that in mind. And you can add in any sort of transition you wish. So if I was to put a doorway in, what happens is, do you see how it sort of makes a doorway effect? And underneath here, when I press play, you've got this bit here. Hello and welcome to my Facebook business page. My name. So you can decide whether you want to have that or not. So I'm just going to remove that because I don't want that in mine. Okay, so then once you're happy with the way it flows and you've got everything in your video that you wish, so I'm going to just make this a little bit shorter. Like so. And I'm going to make the, you see how the text stops here and there's nothing here? If you want another text box in here, you can either duplicate your text by clicking the duplicate block here, like so, or what you need to do if you don't see a text is to sometimes stretch it. So I've got a new text box there. So when I click a new text box, it's going to copy the format of the text in the first text box for me to carry on. And you can, of course, have changed all of that up if you wish. So I'm just going to remove that. And I'm just going to make this the full length of the slide. Like so. So as you can see, I've got some music here. So when I click on the music and I hover over here, you can see what the music's called in a second when I hover. Oops, there it comes, hang on. I'm being a bit impatient there. No more, no less. Now you see that it says your video is shorter than your soundtrack. So if you want your soundtrack to be the same length as your video, you can either just drag this along like so, or you can actually trim it. So if you were to trim it, you would click trim, and then obviously this length of audio is quite long, but it plays from the beginning. Now, if I wanted it to play midway through, I just drag this clip along, and I might get a different soundtrack in there. But depending on what you want, will depend on where you want to, how to utilize your tracks. But that's a good idea to come in and see whether the soundtrack has different options as it moves along. So we'll just trim that off here. Now, on this particular track, I've reduced the volume. So when you click on the track, up here it becomes the audio session, so where you can change the audio settings. So here you've got 6% volume, and you've got a fade off at the beginning, so you can fade the sound in at the beginning if you wish, and you can fade the sound out at the end if you wish. So it's up to you whether you want the sound to fade in and off, and you can do it for 1 or 2 seconds, and you can do it at the beginning as well if you wanted to. Let's get rid of that. Then also what happens is that you can, what I've done is I've actually added an audio clip in. Okay, so I've got this blue track along the bottom. Now this is quite a unique feature to Wave that some people overlook because they're not quite sure how to use it. And I thought I'd give it a go in my header video this time because it's going to make mine stand out from all the rest, because not only have I got music, I'm actually speaking and I'm actually talking to my followers. So what this is when you click play, I've actually put a voiceover on top of the music. So Hello and welcome to my Facebook business page. My name is Anita Wall, and I thought I'd just come on and introduce myself to you. So what I've done is I've actually done a voiceover. Now for you to do a voiceover from the beginning, what you need to do is, if you haven't already got one, what we'll be showing here is the little microphone, which is at the moment down here. So this little microphone here, if you haven't got this blue bit, will be showing here. So to record a voiceover, what you do is you click on it and it's going to give you a countdown of 3 seconds. Now what I do, and this is a little trick for you to go by, is that I set my stopwatch on my phone. So I have my video, which is 31.5 seconds. So when you click the add voice, it's going to give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown. As soon as you've done your 3, 2, 1, you click start on your stopwatch and then you talk. This gives you an idea of how long you are talking for, and you've got to bear in mind that your video is only 31 seconds or 10, 15 seconds or 20 seconds or it has to be a minimum of 20, so 20 seconds or 40 seconds. So you can talk for that amount of time. Then once you're happy, you can stop. And what it does is it allows you to listen to what you've just recorded. So you can see whether you like it or not, or whether you've made any mistakes or you've fumbled your voice, etc. So when you press play, you click start on your stopwatch and then you talk. So what it's done is it's recorded my voice. Now, if I want it to actually go into the editor, I have to click add voice. And the editor will automatically upload my voice to my video. Now, what it's going to do now is it's going to add it to the end. And as you can see, it's immediately said that my video is shorter than my soundtrack, but for the purpose of this. So what happens is that this particular section here has a volume of 100%. So you can reduce the volume down because it's quite loud. So if I press play, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's going to go right from the beginning. Hold on. 3, 2, 1. So it's going to play like that. And then what you can do is you can fade the voice in and out, and you can also reduce the volume. So my volume on this blue one, which I'm keeping here, is only 16%. And my volume on my music is less than that. I think it's at 5%. So I've got the background music and then I'm talking over the top. If you record it and you don't want it in the end, you just click the cross and it disappears. So now what I've got is I've got my video header for my Facebook cover. I've also got my music in the background and I've got my voiceover. My final slide has a call to action. That if you don't upload a logo here, it won't show when you download it. You have the option to add stickers and graphics to any part of your video, like I've showed you before. If you have the Pro and above, you can add your watermark to it. So you can add a little watermark here anywhere in the screen by clicking the watermark button. This gives your video a little watermark that you can have, and this will show up on every slide. So if you put it on the end slide, it will show up on all the slides all the way through the video. You see how I'm showing up at the very bottom, which is quite a nice feature. I'm going to actually leave that in. Then what you do is you go down, once you're happy, and you go to the publish here. So with Creator and above, which is the plan that you need to create your cover video with, you can download your video directly to your computer. Now, I would suggest that you do this because when you go to upload it on your Facebook page, you need to put it directly into your header. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So I'm just going to move over to my Facebook page. So when you click download, it will tell you if you've spent anything over here. And then you click download and you're ready to go. So I've already downloaded my video. So what you do then is you go to your Facebook business page. Now I'm going to swap this one up because I've changed it. Although the front cover is the same, the content is different. So to change your cover video, what you do is you click this button here, like so. And it says choose from photos, choose from videos, or upload a new photo and video. So we're going to upload a new photo and video. And it's going to open up your website, your files inside your website. So I'm just going to quickly get to my place where my video is. And there it is. I just prepared it earlier. So once you're happy that you've selected the right one, you click open. And what Facebook will do is it's going to pull the new video up. And as you can see, it says video is uploading. So whilst that's uploading, Facebook itself will pre-select some thumbnails for you as well. And in a moment, it's going to let you choose those thumbnails. So what we're going to do is we're just going to wait for it to work. So let's just see, it won't take long. Then it sort of does its coding business. So we'll just wait for that. Just shut that down while we're waiting.
Hello
and welcome to my Facebook business page. My name is Anita Wong, and I thought I'd just come on and introduce myself. What it does is it shows you your video. As you see here, it says drag to reposition. You don't need to do that because this is a perfect size for your Facebook cover. So then what you do is you click next. Once you click next, as you can see, here it says automatically replay video in a loop. So that means that it will keep rolling. So that's probably a good suggestion. And up here it says 1 to 10 thumbnails have been pre-selected. So sometimes if you have a delay in your text showing up, you may have a blank start. And if you want your video to start with the welcome scene, then you can obviously select it. Or if you want it to start on a scene where there's no writing, then you can select one as well. So you can go through and decide which one you want to start with your thumbnail. So I'm going to start with that one. So then you're going to click publish. Now it says this video has not been published yet. If you choose, it will be your cover video and it'll be published for people to watch. So you just go ahead and publish. So what Facebook will do, like it does with all videos, is it will bring that video into the system and it will publish your video for you. So here's the video all published, all ready for your viewers to see. Now there's one other little tip that we'd recommend that you do, is that when you click actually on your video again, what happens is it opens up into a window. Just going to pause it. And up here, there is no description. So you can add a description in there. And to do that, you'd need to go to these 3 little dots. When you click on those 3 little dots, you'll get the option to edit your video like you would any other video. So you edit your video, and this is where you can put a little bit more information to go in alongside your current video. It opens up the video editor like it would normally do. So you just fill this in like you would normally do. So just welcome to just skip this up, Anita Wong. And then you add in your description here. So you can put in your description that you would like to put in. So you can pop your description in there, like so. And also what you can do if you want to is you can add some tags in to make your video searchable. So you put in the tags that you think are more appropriate to your needs. So you can just choose from the ones that are available, or you can select the ones that are there. So you can just add in different tags like so. So once you're happy with what you've put in there, you can click save. And what happens is that it just saves your video with the extra information for you over here. So if we were to return to my business page, you can see that my video is here, and underneath the page would have published my video for me, like into the newsfeed, to let people know that I've just put a new Facebook business page header on, and it's also got my description. Okay, so if you have any questions about how to create your own Facebook business page cover video inside the Wave.video editor, then please don't hesitate to ask in the comments alongside this video. Thanks then.